Hello world, this is Jakinjin the Titan, the Dragon Titan you can call me. And today we're gonna be talking about the second chakra, the sex chakra, the Svadhishthana chakra. That's how you say it in Hindu. And well, first and foremost, now all of these chakras. Well, before I even get to that, I shout out to my subscribers. I got 3 subscribers. Shout out to all 3 of y'all. You know, thank you. I appreciate it more than you really know. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. Sex chakra, Svadhishthana. Now, this is very important for your Kundalini activation. In fact, it's so important. It's so important that it's it's mandatory for your Kundalini awakening. You have to be able to have control over your sexual drive. You know, you can't lose your way just because of temptation. Okay, whatever levels you want to come on that at, you can come on at whatever level you want to come, but you have to you have to have control over your sexual urges, period. Now, it's hard in today's society, sex is in everything, and society really getting weird with the sex thing, and they're trying to normalize all of these new sexualities. And I'm just gonna be upfront with it. Like, I am not down with all that shit. All right. Here on earth, man, a man is a man, a woman is a woman, and out there in the spirit world, man, everybody's hermaphrodite as far as the soul is concerned, But if you're incarnated as a man, that's your role for this incarnation. If you're incarnated as a woman, that's your role for this incarnation. All right, and your soul is the hermaphrodite. All right. So that's how I feel about that shit. But now, as far as gaining control over your sexuality, grasping it, getting a hold of it, you want to have some type of spiritual practice, man. That's dedicated to that specifically, because sex is built into, or the need for sexual pleasure and release is built into the human being. Most human beings, it takes you're a real special case to be asexual. You do not want any sex. Because you're a real special case. Even the most, holy Christian woman. I mean, I promise, I promise you get horny. I promise. So, I mean, for me, it's the microcosmic orbit. Mante Chia has a book out on that. And I suggest everybody, if you're having problems with semen retention, and I don't know the female equivalent to semen retention, but for my guys, man, y'all having problems with semen retention, hey man, I suggest the microcosmic orbit. But you really at the end of the day, it's just a technique. You really gotta want that. You really gotta want that discipline. You really just gotta want it more than you want to have that quick release. You know what I'm saying? That 15 seconds of that mundane heaven. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want your spiritual power more than you want that. And it's hard to do. It's hard to be like that every single moment, you know. But I've even seen videos on here, on YouTube. I can't remember the channel name. I can't remember the guy's name, man. But he was saying that the microcosmic orbit, it makes it easy to you know, get away from mainstream sexuality. Now that's okay. That didn't come out right. To get away from mundane sexuality is what I mean. Okay, you get into a more sacred and ancient sexuality. And with the microcosmic orbit, and what it is you sit down in a chair, feet flat on the floor, and spine straight, spine erect, and you relax your muscles. This is a meditation. And so you take your sexual energy, it's in your genitals, it's in that area. It's just, you know, in the Svadhishthana chakra. In the navel area, we're just gonna say, since this is Chinese medicine, so they don't go by Svadhishthana. They have their own name for it, but it's just the navel area. It could be, and everybody's different. Yours could be above the navel or below a little bit, but it's generally below the navel, just barely below the navel. And you take this energy and you bring it down to your tailbone, from under the navel to the tailbone. Now this is a meditation, of course, and you're going to breathe deep, breathe it up your spine into your mind, and you're going to leave it there for a while. When I say a while, I mean a few seconds. You're going to let the energy do its thing, and then you're going to touch the tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth, like a ball in there somewhere. You'll feel it. And then on the exhale is the cool down. You're gonna come on down, and you're going to store that energy inside of your navel. Now for me, I mean, I won't lie to you, like, I just really got the hang of it and just really mastered it as far as a technique that I can use instead of masturbation or just ejaculation in general. And so, and the thing is, okay, you start, let's say you're trying to get on your nofap. You know, you might be trying to become your best version of yourself, or just whatever. You may be just experiment with nofap, however you're doing it. And so you go ahead and, you expend your sexual energy. And then, but the next time it comes up, man, just go ahead and try this experiment. See if it doesn't give you a certain sense of satisfaction. It's not the same at first. It takes a while, man, and eventually it becomes the exact same as sex. It's like the exact same satisfaction after the fact, But yeah, and you can even, while you're doing that you're orbiting, while you're orbiting that energy, and then when you get good at it, you can masturbate during that meditation. And of course, you're not masturbating until ejaculation. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to recycle the energy, constantly recycle it. And you're gonna know when you get it. Yeah, you're gonna know, because it's gonna feel like transformation is taking place. It's gonna feel like energy is just growing. It's getting better. It's getting you feel the unlimited. You feel the unlimited. You feel that connection in your higher chakras. And then for your workouts, man, just all day, man, you just feel just so much better. It's just so much better. And then also, but I'm gonna say this though, your genitals and your heart chakra, your Svadhishthana chakra, and your Anahata chakra, which is your heart chakra, they are connected. Probably more than you want them to be, if you're a man. But yeah, they're connected. And so now, with the first time, my first experiences with this, my heart chakra wasn't open yet. I did a lot of things with a closed heart chakra. Yeah, and it was very discouraging. So that's that. But I always suggest heart chakra work at all points of your spiritual growth. I will always suggest heart chakra work, especially in the beginning, especially until you really open it. Because the point I'm trying to make is, when I first started my microcosmic orbit and I first started my spirituality, like I said in the root chakra video, I mean, it just couldn't get past, here. It couldn't get past the heart center. And I had a lot of problems before the microcosmic orbit. I had a lot of problems with NoFap, and I could only get about 60 days. I get about 2 months, and that's my maximum, because it's just so it's so difficult when the energy can't get beyond your heart chakra, when the Kundalini can't get beyond the heart chakra. It's so difficult. And it's stressful for me. It was very stressful for me, But I'm on the way. I'm well on my way to reactivating another Kundalini episode. I'm well on my way to that. And what else? Also, I'm a Scorpio. And so in this Svadhishthana chakra, in this sex chakra, it's just, that whole area is ruled over by Scorpio. So me mastering the microcosmic orbit is that's really me being able to just conquer one of the bigger obstacles in my life as a Scorpio. And then as a black male Scorpio at that, in the media we're always portrayed as overly sexed. I mean, and that can be true. That can be true. And yeah, man. But then, so you start the microcosmic orbit, you start in your NoFap, you're working out, eating right, and your pheromones are gonna, as a man, your pheromones, and as women too, I know I probably have some women looking at this at some point. And so your pheromones are gonna get stronger, and you're gonna attract more women. You're gonna attract more men if you're a woman. And that's just part of it, man. But another thing, this goes back to your genitals and your heart being connected, is this right here, man. I don't know if the screen gonna be flipped. It is flipped, but it's Shatavari, man. It's Shatavari powder. It's a wild asparagus root, and now see, it's a heart chakra opener. It helps you with the heart chakra, but like I said, you need that for your sex chakra. You need your heart chakra open. But it also it's called the flying herb, because it gives dreams about flying Also, if you really know, the heart chakra is kind of like the first third eye. It's like the third eye, the first third eye making this third eye like the fourth eye, something, I don't know. But yeah, your heart chakra is where you really at first become conscious, really. You know, that, all the chakras meet there. And I don't want to get too much into the heart chakra, but I have to. Talking about Svadhishthana, because I thought that, at a younger age, I thought focusing on neglecting my sexuality, period, was gonna help me, and it did. It helped me grow to a certain extent, but you get to a plateau, and you just can't grow anymore. There's other things you have to do. Now, usually Svadhisthana is the water element, but also I've been looking at recently some lectures from, what's his name, Sadhguru, and he was saying, no, was it Sadhguru? It was either Sadhguru or some other guy, but they were saying that the Svadhisthana and the Manipura elements can be swapped out. It just depends on your goals. But I'll get to that. I'll go back into my archives and restudy that and look at that, because that's a Hindu type of thing. That's a Hindu. It's coming from them. It's coming from their mystery system. So I have to look deeper into that. But yeah, and it's all about creativity and resourcefulness. Actually, I think I forgot to bring up something. I'll bring it up later. And it's about creativity and resourcefulness. But creating for you, creating for your own enjoyment, because it is a lower chakra. It's you creating for your own enjoyment mostly. I'm trying to think of some examples you would create, of things you would create for your own enjoyment. And while I'm thinking of that, just like resourcefulness, like being able to come up with something on the fly to solve a problem, just based upon just whatever you have here laying out, I'm gonna give you an example, man. If I could find my thing, I don't know where it is. We won't worry about that right now. But I don't know why my examples they're not coming through today. It's late. It's like midnight, and it's time for me to go to bed. That's part of the reason. But it's like a clip. It's like I'll give you an example of the drawstring in one of my favorite gym shorts and one of my favorite gym long pants. It came off, so there's no more drawstring. So normally I just can't wear the pants anymore, right? But then you have the type of hangers that where they pinch on both sides. So what I did I cut the pinchers off, and I use the pinchers. I use both of them to keep the pants up. It works. It's a it's a nigga rig. You know what I'm saying? But the pants have no belt loops. You know, it was all drawstring, and the drawstring is just non-existent now. And I still want to wear the pants. You know, that's just now. Now I have to wear them as fashion. Now I can't wear them to work out anymore. You know, but that's the example of creativity and resourcefulness is that I'm trying to get at. And of course, like I was in a rush when what I'm saying about the resourcefulness is like I was in a rush when I created that. I had to look around for what was available to me. Like I said, there are no belt loops in it, so I cut the clips off of that hanger, man, and that was it. That was my new belt. But yeah. And I couldn't use a safety pin. I ain't wanted, I ain't want to have no sharp objects down there, man. I'm totally against that. But also, man, getting into the more divine aspects of this chakra. If you I'm gonna save a lot of it for another video, but I'm gonna talk about this since I was talking about the microcosmic orbit already. Now I haven't tried this with anyone else. It's just been solo. But they say when you do the microcosmic orbit with someone, the physical boundaries of yours, of the two of your bodies seem to disappear, and y'all kind of feels like y'all merge into one being. So I'll throw that out there. And also, you don't have to stop at the microcosmic orbit. There's a macrocosmic orbit, and that's the next thing that I have to master in this Svadhishthana chakra. That's the next technique that I have to master. But I mean, it shouldn't be too hard, with me having already done the microcosmic orbit, and it's a habit now. The microcosmic orbit is a habit. It's one of my good habits, man, and I'm gonna talk about that too for a second, because this video is about to be done. But in life, man, it's your brain. It's about that pleasure and reward sector. It's about that pleasure and reward section. And so and it's about your habit section as well. But you should strive to make good habits. That's really the cheat code, man. That's really how you get ahead in life with this shit, man. It's strive to make good habits. If your body doesn't look how you want it to look, fat, skinny, whatever, make a habit of working out every single day for 30 days. Even if you can't get it every single day for 30 days, by about like day 11, anywhere between like day 11 and day like 20, 25, your brain will already be making excuses for you to work out. And that's what you want. Just like with something bad, something that you don't want, but you're used to doing it, or, like say hard drugs or whatever. Your brain will rationalize a way for you to get high off of that hard drug or whatever. And so it's the same thing, but your brain will rationalize and make excuses and find ways for you to work out, because you have built it in there. You've built that pathway, that neural pathway. And that's very important, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm aiming that at my porn watchers. Is that, you got a habit of going online to get your pleasure. You know what I'm saying? To satisfy that dopamine response. And I mean, you know, you're not gonna raise Kundalini like that, bro. I mean, you're just gonna be a normal man, bro, with some spiritual knowledge that you're just sitting on, really. And your spiritual awakenings will be few and far between. They'll be half-ass. They're not gonna be what they could be. Is what I'm saying. You'll have spiritual awakenings, but they won't be what they could be. They won't be as strong as they could be. You won't grow as much as you could if you were retaining your semen, you know. And that's another thing about working out every day. If you remember what it's like to ejaculate and lose all that energy, and you working out every day, hey man, you don't want that. But for me, it's like I say, it's a program in here now. I know that I don't want that. In my body, my brain knows that I don't want that. I know that there's a better way. And that's just it. But yeah, man, this is also, before I go, it's don't forget it's ruled by the color orange as well. That's like the most basic information from this past 30 minutes I've been lecturing to you. But yeah, this is it, man. That's the end of this video. Svadhishthana chakra. Get on your microcosmic orbit. Get on your macrocosmic orbit. Hey, if you're a woman, man, find out the equivalent to semen retention for women. Hey, man, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video soon on using Svadhishthana chakra in everyday life. That'll be the next video. Holla at your boy.